My name is Pamina Soinaina. I'm the head of recruitment at Corporate Staffing Services. We are a leading HR consultancy and a recruitment firm here in Nairobi. So today I want us to help you with one of the interview questions that most of you candidates find difficult to answer in any given interview. And this question is, tell me about yourself. Normally when I'm interviewing candidates, I normally find them having this challenge because a lot of you don't know where to start. Candidates also don't know whether to talk about their personal lives or professional. The other issue with this question is that as a candidate, some of you are not sure how long to take. Do you take 2 minutes or 5 minutes? So this session is, we act as a guidance to help you in your next interview. So number one, what you need to remember when it comes to interviews is that the HR manager or recruiter has had your CV for the last, let's say, 1 week or 2 weeks. So they've had a chance to go through your CV. So in as much as possible, you don't want to bore them with a lot of details. The other thing to remember is that you have to be very specific to the job that you're being interviewed for. I've seen candidates who come and they keep talking about irrelevant things, you know. They're talking about their sales experience, whereas here I am interviewing you about your customer service job, for example. So it's always good to keep to the specifics. The other thing is that remember you are being interviewed as a professional, not you as an individual. So this is not a chance to talk about how you grew up in Kitare or whether you are the third born or fourth born or something like that. Keep yourself to the specifics that to the job. So how do you go answering, tell me about yourself? I always advise candidates to, number one, give them your name. Number two, talk about your age. Just mention the age. Number three, tell us about your educational and professional experience. Number four, and most important, is about your work experience. And not just any work experience, but rather relevant work experience. So if the client or employer is looking for oranges, you talk about oranges. If they're talking about apples, that's what you talk about. And I'm going to show you how. And lastly, close it with a unique statement. I mean, what got you interested with this job? So I'll give an example of someone who's looking for a customer service job and they're being interviewed for it. So they'll probably, if I'm the one, this is how I would answer. My name is Pamina Soinaina. I'm 25 years old. I schooled at such and such a school where I got a diploma in customer service, and I also have a certificate in computer packages. So in the last 3 years, I've been a customer service assistant at a certain company. And then I'll give out my duties, the most important duties, like 3 of them, or 4 of them, you know, being very specific. And the interesting thing here is that if you've already gone through the JD and understood it, here is a chance to be able to talk about the same things that are in the JD that you've been able to handle in the past. So for example, if this customer service job entails meeting and greeting customers, then you say, in my previous work or in my last job, one of my responsibilities was to make sure when customers came to the company, they felt appreciated, felt well taken care of. So if one of the other responsibilities is about filing, you also say the different documentation processes that you maintain in your company or in your previous employment. So lastly, when it comes to something unique, again, I'm assuming you've gone through the job description, pick something that interests you about the job. For example, you can talk about the location. You could talk about added responsibilities. You could talk about maybe the size of the organization. You might be working for a small company, but this is now a big organization, which will definitely expose you to maybe more challenges. So when it comes to tell me about yourself, is keeping yourself specific to what the employer is looking for. Don't give a lot of your personal details. Talk a lot about your work experience, because that is what has brought you there in the first place. And dear candidate, if you're able to do that, I can assure you, it's very easy now for the employer to consider you as a candidate for that position.